Oh man. Man, oh man. So, for anybody watching the VOD, just want to say thank you for tuning in. We're just going to wait a moment until a few people show up. And then we'll kind of go into what we're talking about tonight and diving right into it. Also, for anyone watching the VOD, let me say I hope you're having a good time. Good evening, good day, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time it may be, wherever you may be. Right now, I think we're just gonna hop into. Yeah, let's just do a couple quick matches till people start to trickle in here. That'll also give me time to update the title of the stream because I didn't do that. So. Alright. Tonight's stream title, which you will find out why this is the case. But tonight's stream title is called Anti-Airs in Plus R, so guess what we're going to be talking about? It's going to be talking about how universal anti-airs work in this game and some other type of anti-airs that you can expect to see. Right now it looks like Donzai Clock wants to... Oh no, I picked the wrong character. Oops. I'm just sitting here talking, not paying attention. Yeah, they know I don't play Kai. Me? A Kai main? Ever. Couldn't be me. This is such a good instant kill. Like I remember when my friend and I first rented X2 from Blockbuster on PS2. When we found out about instant kills, we were like, oh shit. We went through the character select and looked at everybody's instant kills. We're looking at like, you know, which ones are cool, which ones are kind of whack. I think most of the instant kills in this game are pretty cool. Most of them are pretty sick. A lot of good little details. Just as fun to hit as a fatality. Alright, let's go ahead and get this mirror going. Ah! Ah! Good 2H. Very good 2H. Alright. Ah! Oh, I goofed. Or did I? Oh, almost got the knockdown. Instead, I'm probably gonna eat shit. It's gonna hurt really bad. It's not gonna kill me. Alright, we should be able to... Yeah, should be able to close that one out. This mirror is really whack, so... okay. Slide up key grab. Good old 2-slash. Oh, good air throw. What a bait. Ooh. Did I hit it? Nah, she was too high. Ah, oh, I'm probably dead. Yeah, I'm definitely dead. This combo doesn't drop. Ah! Ah! Oops. The Donzai clash. Oh! Tricky. That does not work on supers. Which, funnily enough, like, I'm already seeing some things. Also, hello Mythic Jeff, Mythic JAV, and just the Rebro. I hope y'all are having a good one. Yeah, we're just killing some time with some quick matches until a couple people get in here. Then we're gonna dive into the pit. It will be delved into. Oh. Oh. What is this craziness? This mirror. Oh, pause. I goofed it. Oh, I'm super dead. Yeah. This is why this mirror is whack. Also, hello Sid. How's it going? Oh, good IBQ grab. Force a clash. Oh, good backdash. I don't know what you can punish. But in a case like that, sometimes with your Moroha gaze, depending on how much you have left, it can kind of force your hand. Which is what happened in that case. Oh, what a break. Slashbacks are good on defense. Oh my god, I jumped, got caught while rising. What an air throw! Oh my god, I tried to stick out a button. I'm gonna get annihilated. Ugh, where's my health? Oh no! Tragic. Wow! Abba hurtbox stuff. The key grab whiffed. That's unfortunate. Another thing about this mirror, while that... let's see, we've got 13 viewers. Let's do one more. We'll do one more 2 out of 3. And then we'll go into a private lobby. And settle down for a little plus R fireside chat. Oh, way to catch the backlash. Oh, I tried it. Oh, wow. What a combo. Yeah. Oh. Oof. Hello, Thunderbell. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good evening. Oh my god. Getting counter hit after counter hit. Oh, it's force break. far. Yeah, that's good spacing. Ah! Dropped it. Oh, okay. Oh my god. That's not what I wanted. Oof. Okay. This mirror magic is so silly. Alright, looks like we will do one or two more and then we'll go ahead and jump into it. Looks like we got a few people starting to come in here. Which, hello everyone. Ah, I should have 6-8'd. A health regain. I'm too far. Oh, good clash. Me hitting buttons. Me hitting buttons and getting hit. Oh. Oh, I'm super dead. Yeah. The life of Abba. Sometimes it really do like that. Oh, I didn't mean to air dash back in. What a mistake. Yeah, we'll just go ahead. Oh, I tried the ID jump. Air throws. Baited. Ah, I tried to break it. I was just a little bit out of range. Alright, so one more, and then we're gonna hop in. We have to settle the 2 out of 3. They got the first one on me, so I gotta see if I can run it back on the second one. Alright. Yeah. The tech throws in this game were like insanely small. Yes, you have a 2-frame window Tech a Pro. You can either hit the button on the same frame your opponent does, or one frame before, or one frame after. So it is pretty tight. Oh, me missing inputs. Oh my god, I slid into it. Yeah, that's gonna be a wrap on this round. Got off to a bad start, and it just kind of went downhill from there. Or is it? I should have just gone for the campaign. Ah, the train! Ah, this is 2/. That'll be some damage. This should be some damage too. Oh. So yeah, Danzai OD is solid. Very solid. And GG's to them. You might get some more in here in a bit. Depends on how long this segment is going to take. But let me go ahead and set this up. We're going to have 2-man. Let's just do... Yeah, I guess we can do like just like regular rounds. Should be fine for what we're doing. I'll set a private slot on. So, first of all, let me say welcome to everyone who's tuned in this evening, or midday, morning, wherever you may be. I hope you're having a good one, and let me say this is going to be a reintroduction to the pit. For those who remember when I first started the stream, on the introductory episode, I talked about an educational kind of series for Plus R, where we just look at this or that. We'll just kind of pick a topic and then just kind of dissect it a little bit, look at it, cover some different things, show a couple of examples, that kind of type of stuff. And tonight what we're going to be looking at is the anti-air game in Plus R. So we're going to be looking at how anti-airs kind of work in this game. We're going to be going over a few examples, showing some things that you can do, both as the person who is coming in from the air and the person who is blocking or trying to defend on the ground. So for this, we are gonna have a couple of things that may be easier for someone to hop in and kind of be a volunteer. So we may get to a point with that stuff. Or actually, if we want to go ahead and get a volunteer, anybody wants to join and just kind of. You won't be expected to do anything too tricky. We're just going to be going through some stuff, and it's just quicker to have another person than to set up stuff. So, if anybody wants to join, feel free. Just speak up in the chat, and I will hit you with a link here. Let's see. Sid says another thing about this mirror. Oh, hello, Virgil. I was just saying, also, hello Murmur, I forgot to say hi. What I was just saying is, we're going to be bringing back the pit this evening. We're going to be looking at anti-airs and Plus R. So, we're currently just looking for a volunteer. If somebody just wants to join me, just let me know, and I will shoot you the invite to the room. Or actually, you know what, we'll just do one quicker. We'll just set up a 2-person room with like no pass or anything. Hopefully someone won't take this as an invite to just join. Or we could just do a password. We'll just do all P's is going to be a password. So, do we have a volunteer? Do we have anybody? Would anybody like to hop in? You want to hop in, Cyrano? Alright, let's do it. Feel free to join via password. The password is all P. So, once you're in here, we'll go ahead and hop in. For this, you can pick... I'm trying to think of a good example character for this. I think we could just do really anybody for this first part. Oh yeah, this is not, we're not going to be like fighting or anything like that. We're just going to be, this is going to be kind of like a two-player training mode, and it's just easy to demo some things if you have a second person compared to having to go through and mess with training options and all that stuff. Alright, so Melody is in here. How's it going, Melody? Let me go ahead and challenge you. Melody, aka Cyrindel. Alright, so for this part, you can just pick whoever you want, really. You know, it's actually probably going to be a pretty good choice for what we're going to demonstrate. Alright, so in order to make this a little bit more organized, where it's not so much me just kind of spilling a stream of consciousness, I did take some notes this time. So we're just going to be kind of going through things a bit at a time. So one thing I want to note starting off is, and this is especially good if there's anybody watching the stream who is kind of more familiar with like traditional fighting games, like maybe they're not super familiar with like more heavy like anime or Air Dasher type fighting games. There's definitely some key differences between the two. One big one is for Plus R in particular. It's one of the Air Dash or anime games where you can air block. There are also some options that you have that are some universal mechanics. One of those universal mechanics in this game is everyone has a universal anti-air, and that is going to be typically going to be their 6P. 6P, you hold forward and hit punch, you do your character 6P. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit about the way that 6Ps are, like why they're universal anti-air, like the nuts and bolts of how they work that makes them good as an anti-air. Sometimes people, especially like BlazBlue players, may say, "Oh, it seems like it's kind of like 6As, how 6As work in that game. You know, you have like the head, body, and foot attributes, and your 6A is just head attribute invul. So if somebody does a jump in, you just beat it clean." It is a similar concept in Guilty Gear, but the application is a little bit different. So instead of having these attributes on moves, it's pretty much all depends on just the hit and hurt boxes of the moves. Moves that are 6Ps, these universal anti-airs, are typically going to have a hitbox or a hurt box that starts at probably about their waist. Like if you watch when I do this, at the startup animation of this move, like during the first several frames, it's going to be completely invul from about the waist up. You can already tell that's definitely going to make it a very, very good button for anti-air. The thing that's interesting to note as well is it's not just your upper body is invul and then all of a sudden it's not. One thing that I find interesting about 6Ps in this game is the vulnerability of the hurt box actually slides a little bit. So at the start it's going to be above waist invul, then for the next, let's see, you can actually take a look at the frame data and go over it for this one. So yeah, for her 6P, when she's in normal mode, it has 10 frames of startup, then it's active for 3, there's a 5 frame gap, then it's active for another 5. So it is upper body invul, so from about the waist up on frames 1 through 9, then it's going to be above knees from 10 through 12, and that's well into the active frames. That's like a couple frames after the first active frame. Then after that 12th frame, from 13 onward, the hurt box is no longer reduced. It's back to being like normal size, so it matches the sprite. But as you can tell, this makes them very well suited for jump-ins. Melody, if you want to go ahead and hit rematch, we're going to demonstrate, like once this match is over, if you just want to rematch, we can continue to demonstrate some of those. So, Melody, what I want you to do, just so we can kind of show this off, can you just do just a jump forward towards me with like a JH? Alright, so we can see about how that move hits. Go ahead and try it one more time. Alright, you can see, try it one more time. Even if I'm kind of late on it, go ahead. Do it one more time. Even if I'm kind of late on it like that, you can tell because my vulnerable hurt box starts at my waist, and then as it gets later in the move, it drops down to where it starts at my knees. That is super useful. Now, there are going to be some different types of anti-airs that you'll see in this game. You're going to have, because 6P is a universal anti-air for a lot of characters, it is a solid anti-air option, but some of them have moves that are not their 6P that happen to be better. Some of those we're going to talk about would be, there's some moves that are just fast, and some of these things you'll notice, like some of these moves have a combination of things that make them good. But one that we're going to look at is one that is just fast. And also you may find that there are some normals in the game for some characters that have some sort of reduced hurt box, even though they're not a 6P, or even though they're, even though they don't look like it. So Melody, if you will, go ahead and jump it with me with another JH. Oh, let's try it one more time. I may need to be, a little closer. There we go. So that one is going to be an example for Abba, which Abba I feel is a good example of a character to demonstrate anti-airs because she has so many, and each one covers kind of different things. Each one has different things that are good that you look for in anti-airs. So looking at her 5P, 5P is that move that I tried just now. Melody, if you want to jump towards me again. Let's try it one more time. There we go. So you can tell with a move like this, this is going to be 5P. 5P is a move that is, it doesn't quite look like it, but it also has some upper body invul from frames 2 to 4. Now that is especially good considering that the startup on this move is only 3 frames. So really the biggest downside of this move is that the hitbox is not very large. You can tell it's kind of stubby, or really very, very stubby. You have to be very close to hit people with this. Also, hello Salinity. So as far as the way you want to use this, with it being fast and with it having that kind of last second upper body invul, you can use this as what I like to call an emergency anti-air. You use this if you only have just a very, very small amount of time to get a button out. A good example would be, let's say if someone tries to meet you with the jump in, but you can tell that their jump in is going to be late. You may stand up in time where it's not a true meaty, but you don't have enough time to jump, but the move that they're coming at you with is something that's going to be touching you, like let's say the first couple of frames. That would be a situation where you could potentially 5P. Looking at the next one, which I just got to refer to my notes here. So looking at the next one, we could also have, let's take a look at normal mode 2/. Actually, that'll be a good one to go into. So this is an example of a more typical anti-air that you see in a fighting game. If any of you guys have played Street Fighter, if you've ever seen Sakura's down fierce punch, where she just kind of punches straight up, that's pretty much what this move is. And it is, if you guys have played Street Fighter, you know that move is stupidly good as an anti-air, and this one is also stupidly good as an anti-air. The hurt box on this move is about half of her standing sprite. It's about the size of her crouching here, whereas the hitbox is her entire arm. Like, this move is really, really big. As far as, I shouldn't say big, I should say the hitbox and hurtbox ratio on this move is excellent. It's very, very disjointed and hard for people to even trade with, but if they do trade with it, it's still really good because it knocks down on counter hit, and then I can still get key grab or, but one thing that's important to note is you want to make note of your normals that are like that, your anti-airs that can be used in situations where, like, you want to consider that into your risk factoring. Like, this one is obviously going to be a little bit slower than something like my 5P, This also hits more kind of directly above me, where this is kind of above, slightly above, and very slightly in front. But if I have enough time to where if I have enough time before they're going to hit me, then I can choose which one of these I want to do. If I want to slight delay 5p or just go for a 2-slash. One thing that's important to note is what happens if my anti-air doesn't just outright beat what they did. What happens if it trades? And sometimes, like, let's say if I wanted to anti-air with 5p. Melody, if you will, go ahead and jump towards me with another JH. Alright, so if I get this move, I can hit confirm and get an air combo or whatever. That's if it beats it. And I'll try it again. One more time. This may be kind of hard to time. One more time. Go on. There we go. Downside of that is if that move gets beat, you don't really get anything. If it trades, you also don't really get anything because they're not going to be in a hit stun long enough for you to really do much out of it. Now, Melody, if you will jump at me again, I'm going to use 2-slash this time. Alright, so this one, if it hits, I still get the air combo. Let's try it one more time. Ooh, this may be actually too good of an anti-air. One more time. It might be kind of tough to get it to trade, but let's see. There we go. On trade, it's still a good return for me. So one thing that I want to mention, like I guess just as an aside, as far as your calculating your risk and choosing an anti-air, keep in mind that counter hit state is going to differ. Like the properties for a move on counter hit versus normal hit are going to be different for most moves in this game, which is pretty different from something like let's say Street Fighter, where the only move where it's really drastically different is going to be like if you have like a crush counter or something. But so yeah, you want to keep in mind when trying to pick a good anti-air. And plus R, you want to keep in mind the speed. You want something that's obviously fast enough that it can work. The hitbox and hurt boxes. If something is disjointed, that's good. If something has a bigger hitbox, smaller hurt box, that's good. Just Cerebro says, my brain isn't used to AA normals, needs to do a DP motion. Good news, because we are going to cover those here in as well in a little moment. Sid says 2-slash looks so good, still trying to unwire your brain to realize that she has many anti-airs. She has a ton of anti-airs. It's actually an area that I feel that she is above average. Like I feel her toolkit, she has like a whole suite of anti-airs, and it's very nice. You often can choose which one you want depending on the situation. But and speaking of which, we're gonna go back and show some of these. So another good example of an anti-air that she has, just to kind of demonstrate some other types of anti-airs. Sometimes you have some that are not particularly fast. They don't particularly have a super good hit hurt box, but it might be worth doing when you take into account that that counter hits, that trade scenario. And 6H I feel is a great example of that. This move is really slow. The hitbox, hurt box is not great on it. It actually, even though it's kind of tall, which is nice, it actually doesn't go quite as far horizontally as the sprite. Like if you look at the hitbox on the hitbox viewer, it stops a little short of the entire animation, which you can kind of see. Like I'm not even touching, you know, until I'm like a little bit overlapping with the tip of the key. So, as far as your 6H, you may ask, well, in what situation would I really want to use this? And it's one of those buttons where it's kind of a gamble. Melody, if you will, just go ahead and do either an air dash or a ground dash towards me, and just do some sort of button. So do like IAD, yeah, like that works. Alright, let's go ahead and try it. Let's try it one more time. There we go. So this is one of those moves that obviously there's a lot of risk because it's slow. You definitely need more time to get it out compared to other faster anti-airs. But the nice thing about this one is you want to keep this in your pocket for the situations where something might trade, because if it trades, that's going to count as landing it as a counter hit, because technically you are. So, they'll probably get, you know, if they trade with this, it's going to be a win and trade for Abba almost every time. Just because they get, you know, all she has to give up is a little tiny bit of help from whatever normal or whatever traded. But then they're probably a hit or two away from stun, if they're not stunned already. So, looking at some of the other options that she has, for this we're going to go into Maroha. So, some other ways that you can deal with anti-air, or some other ways that you can deal with jump-ins in this game. Danzai is a great example of using armor. So Melody, if you will, just go ahead and let's just jump towards me and do another JH. Melody, do you want to go ahead and do another JH? Oh no, the stream froze. Well, that's all good. Do you want me to give you a moment? Here, we'll go back to the room. We'll wait for a second for you to. Okay, you're good? Okay. Let's go ahead and hop back in then. Alright, so next thing that we're going to be looking at is Danzai. How to use a move that has armor to anti-air things. There's a few characters that have moves that have armor on them. Melody, if you will, just go ahead and jump towards me and do a JH. Alright, let's go ahead and try that one more time. One more. Oop, goofed it. One more. There we go. So, this is one of those moves that it does have armor on the startup, which is nice because you can just absorb the hit for half damage. See, it does take a little bit of life to do this. But obviously you just kind of... They stay in hit stun from their move, from where it connects. So this is really a better option against higher attack level moves because they're gonna kind of hang out. They're gonna be kind of frozen for a little bit longer. If they're coming in with something, or if they're coming in at you with something like JPs, like IAD JP, or like Dash Jump, Mash JP, or something like that, this isn't going to be that good of an option because they'll probably get a second hit out before the Danzai's hitbox actually is active and hits them. In other words, they can just kind of blow past the armor if they have something that hits multiple times quickly. So, you do have a couple of other options for that scenario. One, just to kind of demonstrate, is going to be Force Break Danzai. Go ahead and jump at me one more time, Melody. There we go. So, this is pretty much the same effect, but it has what's called Hyper Armor, meaning it absorbs an unlimited number of non-secret hits. That would be your best bet if someone is coming in with something that is multi-hit and you think that you can get the Danzai active before basically before they land it can block. Some characters, if they're coming in with like a running jump or something, if they may have time to like hit you a couple of times, you absorb the couple of hits, then they just land and block and punish the Danzai, so you do have to be a little careful about that. Another good example of something which we may have to actually... Yeah. Melody, go ahead and IK me real quick. I think we're going to need to start up another round. I gotta do this next part without negative penalty. Also, this is a sick IK. Question I've always had is who the bandages? Alright, so this next part, I'm gonna get a little leader just to demonstrate. Alright, for this next part, Melody, I want you to just do an air dash at me with a JH. Let's try it one more time. Or, yeah, let's try it from back here. We want you to kind of, yeah, try it one more. There we are. This is a good example of using Invul. Oh, hello Slubixmo. But yeah, we're just going over some anti-airs, talking about how the anti-air game kind of works in Plus R. What we just now did is showing a move with invincibility frames. Pretty much, you know, if you've ever used a DP to anti-air someone, pretty much works the same in this game. You do have to be careful about if a move clashes. Just be prepared, because even some of the best DPs in the game, like Souls Volcanic Viper, sometimes, depending on what they're using to jump in, sometimes it will still clash. You can always cancel into another one, but if they canceled into an FD, then you're going to kind of be in a bad spot, so they can probably block and punish. So, another option that we have for air throws, another option that we have for anti-airs is air throws. This can be maybe a little tricky for me to demonstrate, because I'll be honest, right now I am not the best with anti-air air throws. Let's go ahead and rematch back in here, and then we're going to have Melody, if you will. I just need you to just do the same thing, just do like a jump forward JH, so I'm going to try to jump up and scoop you. So anti-air air throwing is definitely a staple in Plus R, something that's kind of unique to Plus R. Oh, let's try it one more time. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you could hear her start to get the attack out. Pretty much all you have to do is jump and then hold forward or back, so either 6 or 4, and hit your H button and you'll scoop them. Air throws are 1 frame startup, and they still only have the 2 frame break window, the same as ground throws do, so they're a very, very strong option. Especially for characters that have really good air throw hitboxes. It can definitely be something that's super useful for them. Let's see, I think the only other thing that we've got to look at is just some different ways that you can handle anti-airs if you're coming in as an attacker. So, Melody, what I want you to do, I'm going to try to jump in with just I guess probably like a jump slash, and I just want you to 6P it. So, alright, let's try it one more time. Alright, so you can see that just beats that pretty clean, with her 6P having pretty good upper body angle. Some options that you can do in Plus R. Remember, you can double jump. Neutral double jump is a really good option that you can use to bait their 6P and then come back down directly on top of them. You might be able to get a punish. At the very least, you'll probably be able to apply some pressure and get them blocking. So, Melody, I want you to go ahead and 6P this. I'm just going to jump towards you with a jump slash, and I want you to 6P it. That's just a basic example of one way that you can bait 6Ps, get them to live, and you can come down. You do have to be careful. A lot of 6Ps are quick enough that if they're fast, they might be able to get another one out. So you do have to kind of watch for that. Another option that you have is you can jump in, and if you kind of change your mind, or if you just decide you don't want to commit to an attack, or if you want to try to bait them into doing something, you can just jump in and FD. FD is going to let you block 6Ps in the air. Typically you cannot block standard or block grounded normals or grounded attacks in the air without FD in this game, and 6Ps are going to be the exception to that. So for this one, Melody, if you will, I'm just going to jump towards you. I just want you to try to 6P it. Let's try that one more time. Alright, so I'm just going to jump towards you, and I want you to try to 6P. There we go. So that can be an option where you can tell it kind of helped me get closer, because I started back here, but then when I actually did the block, let's try it one more time. You can tell I landed a little bit closer. That can be really essential for matchups where you're trying to get in, or if you're playing a character that really needs to approach to be at their most effective, like Temkin would be a good example of a character like that. Abba as well, I feel, is definitely a character that is most effective at close-ish mid-range. But yeah, so you do have the option to FD if you're coming in and you want to defend against the 6P. You can try to slash back it if you want to get a really fancy punish, or just to guarantee that you'll probably get some sort of punish. Melody, I want you to just try to 6P me as I come in. So let's try it one more time. One more time. Oh, this may be kind of tough. Alright. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Oh. Almost. Almost. Oh no. Alright. You gotta do it a little bit later. There we go. So you can get down to just that right position. Oh yeah, slashbacks are a little tricky, especially for stuff where you can't really time it. Like if someone's doing a box string, the hits are going to come out at around the same kind of intervals. Like Melody, if you just want to block for a second, just hold down back. Right, so like you can tell that's like if you listen to the audio cue, it's kind of dum 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 dum. So that can be a way that you can kind of help time your slashbacks, because those, you know, the gaps between those hits typically aren't going to vary by enough to really affect the throw off timing unless they go into a different string or something. But it can be really tough for trying to do things that are dynamic timing, like trying to slash back as you're jumping in. So I just wanted to show off that it is an option that you have. As far as is it an option that you should do, that depends on how much risk you want to take on at that given point in the match. But yeah, I think that's going to be pretty much it as far as just the stuff that we wanted to look at for the anti-air game. So keep in mind just the key things to take away from this segment on the pits. Most characters have a universal anti-air in their 6P. That is because it is upper body invincible usually for the early part of the move, often up to and through the first couple of active frames. Your character also might have something that's more of like a traditional anti-air, or something that's more of a situational anti-air. Keep in mind that as far as your anti-air options, trades are something that you will see from time to time, so be sure to factor that into your decision making as far as which anti-air option you want to choose. It might be better to go for an option that gets better reward on trade if it seems like it could be a scenario where it's likely to trade, or where it has a strong possibility of trading. Remember that air throws are a very, very strong anti-air option. If you guys have ever fought like a decent Zappa, Zappa's a lot of times, because he doesn't really have a lot of really super solid anti-airs themselves, a lot of times just neutral jump air throw is really strong for him. But that applies to every character. Air throw is a very solid anti-air in this game, so I wanted to make sure to cover it. And then you've also got some of the standard stuff, like you can invul through stuff, you can armor through stuff, or hyper armor through stuff if you need to armor through more than a single hit. But yeah, that's pretty much everything you really need to know about anti-airs and Guilty Gear. Oh, actually there is one other thing I wanted to note. One other thing that is important about the distinction between something like an upper body invul 6P and a head attribute 6A, that is a head attribute invul 6A from BlazBlue. So there's one big difference between those two, because in Guilty Gear it's going to be purely hitbox and hurtbox based. You can use these as ground pokes to beat things that are kind of higher hitting. For this, we actually probably should go back into character selects. And Melody, when we get back to character select, if you will, just go ahead and choose Mouse. He actually has a normal that is very, very good at demonstrating this. Nope, I didn't even mean to pick. Yeah, go to character select for me, sorry. Alright, so if you want to pick Faust, I am going to pick... Let's actually go with Slayer, he'd be a good example for this. So, one thing that's worth noting in Plus R is that just because your move is a universal anti-air, just because your 6P may be a universal anti-air, it's not just purely relegated to being an anti-air. You can also definitely use it as a ground poke, because remember, it's not that it's a different attribute. It's not like using a 6A to beat a standing mid in Blaze Blue, where it's like, unless the hitboxes line up right, it's probably gonna lose because it has no invul against those types of moves. For Plus R, all you need is a move to hit high enough on your body. So Slayer is a really, really good example of this. His 6P is one of the best in the game. It is pretty much invul from like above knees for the majority of the move. It also has a massive, massive hitbox on it. So to show this off, Melody, if you will, go ahead and hit Far Slash for me. Alright, so what I want you to do is I want you to just jump, like do a neutral jump, and when you land, do a Far Slash. You can see in that situation, even though normally I'm definitely, as Slayer, I am definitely tall enough for that to hit me normally. If I get this 6P out, go ahead and do it one more time. You can see it'll just pass completely through, and if I'm close enough that the hitbox overlaps, I even get a counter hit. So just keep that in mind as well. Your 6Ps are typically a good universal anti-air, but they can be used in footsies as well against moves that are higher hitting, like moves that hit your character like in the head or in like the shoulders kind of height. Those could be moves that are good to try to beat or at least contest with a 6P. But I think that's going to be it as far as our segment on anti-airs and Guilty Gear Plus R. I hope that you guys learned a little bit, and I hope that you will continue to tune in for future sessions on the pit. We've got a few other topics that we're going to be covering. I'm not sure which one we're going to have done by next week, but I will announce it as it gets closer. So, now the real question is, what are we going to do the rest of our time this evening? And I was thinking if you guys want to do an open lobby, we could do that. So, I'm going to go ahead and back out of here for a second. Let me also say a big thank you to Melody, aka Cyrindel. I do appreciate them stepping up to volunteer and help us kind of demonstrate some of these concepts that we talked about this evening. So let's give a round of applause to tonight's special guest. And let me go ahead and back out of here. We're just going to set up a new room for it. Thank you for doing the talks. It is no problem. Like, that is exactly... Thank you so much for your feedback, because like that type of feedback is exactly what I am doing this for. Like I want to kind of share some of the knowledge that I have in Plus R, and knowing that knowledge is reaching people who want to see it is, you know, it's a-okay with me. Hello, Zenryoku. You just missed the we just now wrapped up the pit. For talking on anti-airs. We're just gonna hop in here now and we're just gonna set up like a lobby. Or we might even just hop into, I guess we could just hop into a quick match. Although if anybody wants me to set up a lobby, if anybody wants some one-on-one games, or maybe even wants to run a little set or something, I have no plans this evening. So if you want the hands, come get them. If you want the smoke. Whoa, Dr. Boney is on a 15-win streak. Holy crap. I want a piece of the action. Alright, so we're going to... Oh, they're probably looking like, what the... Skeletal picking Slayer? What is this? I would never turn my back on Abba. As cool as Slayer is. Oh, almost. Oh. Oh, oh, interesting burst. Okay. All right. Having some good luck. Oh, bad luck. Man, that move is a crazy jump in. Oh, missed the confirm. I know they're trying the slash back because I can see. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Oof. I almost dropped a lot of spaghetti at the end of that match. It was almost very tragic. Oh yeah, the JD. Yeah, JD is one of those buttons that it is such an amazing jump in as far as its hurt box. You really have to use the stronger options. Like if you've got something invul, that can definitely be a good choice to try to deal with that move. Because it's very good. Right, got the bounce. Alright. That's a combo I love doing. I almost never get a chance to do it. The Goku flip kick FRC into the IED 2 hit orbs. It's a lot of fun. Oh, that was a good backdash. Oh, I missed the... I tried to Danzai it and I misinput it. Oh, I tried. That is another option you have. If they miss a heavenly. Just jump up and scoop them. Alright. Off to a pretty solid start, I would say. Off to a good one. Alright. That's a very GG's to Dr. Boney. Let's try to get in with Muken. And if nothing for Muken... Oh yeah, we got some Muken action. Oh, it's another Potemkin. Died of the Potemkins. They're everywhere. Potemkin is low-key a fun character to fight against. Ah! Oh. Okay. You like fighting Dr. Boney because he's bigger and better. But they don't just like stomp him. Oh no, I actually beat that pretty badly. This is gonna prorate. I should have waited a little bit. I thought they were gonna wake up Super. No. Woo. Oh my god, big 6P. Oh! That's gonna hurt. Good ID. Me trying to do stuff. Air throws. Oh, I tried to JP it. You can say that. You can say that about a lot of Potemkins. There are a lot of strong Potemkins who play plus R. Like Potemkin is one of those characters that I feel there are multiple people who are solid in this character. Like there's definitely a few I can think of. Oh. This is a no instant block zone. Please do not. What an air throw. What an air throw. Oh my god. Oh, that was mistimed Doki. Got a little lucky. Shenanigans with double air dashes. Whoop. Alright, you gotta jump in JH. Fancy combo. I was really hoping that would combo, but it did not. I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. Ah. Look. 5P. 5P will get the job done. So you can tell that's one of those situations where, like, even though the hitbox is not super good, the hitbox is pretty tiny, really stubby. It doesn't matter because I have no hurt box as soon as it goes active. That's very solid to have an anti-air like that. Whee! Oh my god. Alright. Got the first. Just doing stuff. See what I was saying earlier about forcing the clash? Oh. Oh no, that is not what I wanted at all. Come on. Hey. Thanks for the stream. Have a good one. Appreciate you for stopping by, Zenryoku. I hope you have a good one. I hope you have a good one. It looks like we're playing Corbo. Corbo Anji. Anji's a fun character to fight. At least for me. I think it's because, like, my local sparring partner mains Anji. We've had a lot of good matches. For sure. Oh, good 6P. See, that's a good example. His 6P, super low to the ground. Of course, with his, you can kind of tell. His, it matches the animation for it to be really low. There we are. I don't know if this will hit. Oh, it will. Alright. If you understood Dark Point, the moves that come after, you might have played Anti. Anti is pretty cool. Like, it's pretty interesting. As far as how he's designed. He kind of has a tool for every situation, but like, most of his options, or most of his tools only cover like one or two specific things. Ah, you gotta hit the link. Ah. Wow, that actually might be good. Send it out. And let him be a little too high in the air. Yeah, Anki's a pretty interesting character. One thing I think is pretty, just some kind of curious trivia about this character is apparently Arc System Works considers him a failed character design. Like they feel like they kind of goofed making him an X2. I always thought that was kind of interesting to see that they consider him a unsuccessful design. Ooh. And it's like, that's a shame. I actually think he's pretty neat. Alright, got the burst. Ooh. Oh wow. Anji Guts. Guts coming into play. Yeah, I don't agree with it either, because like, I actually think, like, you can tell every character in this game has kind of like a gimmick. Like, they each kind of have their own little thing. His is like the guard point stuff. It's like, I actually think they did it pretty well. That's gonna be a little chunk of damage. Got the burst, or baited the burst. Yeah, I'd say I think it's pretty nifty. Oh, let me go ahead and change the go ahead and update this title. Hey, it's a +R open lobby. It sounds like we got a challenger. Oh, Barbaros. I fought Barbaros. It's been a minute. Very good Slayer. We're probably going to see that example of that 6P being used as like a, as like a ground footsie tool in this matchup. Tips for playing around Anji guard point. I can actually give you a lot of advice in that matchup. Let me go ahead and finish out this little 2 out of 3 set with Barbaros, and then I can actually go over a few things. Whoop! Ah. Jeez. All right. The big damage. Hey. Oh, well, I tried to do the hot combo and I dropped it. Ah. Also an example of, remember, even when you have an Impulse 6P, if it's slow, they might be able to land and block it. Kind of the same as like when I was kind of demonstrating with Danzai. You got to be careful. It's not just you know, if they use something that's single hit versus multi-hit, you also got to consider how long they will, or how quickly they will be able to recover, because Danzai's kind of slow. Whoop. Trades. Let me slide up next to you. Ooh. Gave me the willies. Dropped it. Oh my god. That's gonna be damage. There it was. I knew it was coming. That's gonna whip. Ah. Yeah, you guys can tell that beat my / clean. Just because that move has a super tiny hurt box. Oh no. Oh, good 2H. Oh. Hey. Hey. That might be a little too far. FRC to save the day. So I do want to ask, Melody, did you want to hop back in here for me to like show you some Anji stuff, or if we have an Anji player who'd like to volunteer, maybe I could kind of demo some things. If there's anything specific you want me to take a look at. I mean, for the time being, I guess I can tell you some stuff about how to approach Anji, or how to handle the Anji matchup as Abba. I know you'd asked for some tips for playing around his guard point. So there's a couple of things that you want to keep in mind about his guard normals, his guard point normals. One is that they can only guard against highs and mids or lows. So if he tries to use one of the ones that can only guard point against high mids, if you use the low, it just beats it for free. Like, it just beats it clean. Same thing if you try to use, if they try to use vice versa, you use the opposite. Another thing that's good to know, as far as, in addition to just using the opposite type of attack as to with their guard pointing, like using a low with their guard pointing highs and mids. In addition to that, one thing that's also good to know is, depending on the move that he's doing, you might be able to punish it before it goes active. Like, some of his moves have guard points in like the earlier part of the move, but then there will be a gap where it's just normally vulnerable just before it goes active. For Abba, you can kind of take advantage of this with her 5P being very fast. You can kind of wait until just before his move is about to hit you, then just like 5P him out of it, get a free counter hit. Sometimes you can throw him during certain things, during certain animations. They might be throwing Vol, or they might be throwing Vol during the guard point, but then again, that throwing Vol may wear off. You might be able to squeeze in a throw just before it goes active. That would be the things that I would recommend the most, is trying to find those windows where he's vulnerable just before it goes active, because a lot of his guard points have stuff like that. Or to just use the opposite. If he's guard pointing highs and mids, go low. If he's guard pointing lows, go with a higher mid. That would be the best tips that I can give on those. I actually wish I could play a couple games with my friend. I wish my friend was over here and I could just like show you guys some of the stuff. Their matches are pretty good. Let's see. I think we'll get just maybe a couple more. Yeah, it's no problem. Absolutely. Yeah, for Sundays, with the Sundays being the day that's kind of the day for the pit. What I'm planning to do is do like Maybe start on Sundays at 8 with like the pit, have it just be like a short topic to just kind of touch on and break down. Then go ahead and transition to like an open lobby or a quick match. You know, just play a few matches and then call it a time. I guess let's go ahead and see if we can get in with. Well, we just got challenged by Draco, so let's fight Draco. Yeah, Anji is one of the characters I believe I either put his. I know I wrote something about the Anji matchup. It's either in the Plus R Discord or I might have put it on the wiki. I can't remember if I added it to the wiki or not yet. Ooh. Oh my god, backdash catching. Oh. Alright, I'm not paying attention and getting bodied, so I need to fix that. Alright, we got throws. We got fake cross-ups. That is actually gapless. People don't know. But if you block the Goku activation is +5, her 2K is only +5 when she's in Goku, so. Some dive bombs. Oh my god, 6P from hell. Got the counter hit fish. The far slash, that was actually too far. I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be something else. Maybe a force break. Alright. I think we'll just go with a couple more matches here, then we'll probably just go ahead and wrap it up. I'm hungry. I need to eat. It's too late. Whoop. Crosswise heal. Crosswise cross-ups. I was wisely crossed up with crosswise heal. Alright, whoop. Okay, gold burst. I respect it. Ah, okay. Will it hit? Yes it will. Call it shoot. Oh, it was just shy, range-wise. It was very close. Very, very close. Whoop. Alright. Oh, what a 2H. 2H has a little bit of foot and roll on it. Whoop. Oh, I think it hit OTG. Go ahead and transform. Ah, almost. That's kind of a weird one. Hey. Alright, let's see if we can get maybe like a couple more. Oh, they want rematch. Let's go. Let's run it back. Run it all the way back. Also, man, I just missed it, but thank you for Mountain Sounds for the follow. That is very much appreciated, and I hope you're enjoying yourself this evening. Oh. I'm getting schmixed. Oh my god, what an answer. I tried to jump, and I held back, and I didn't faultless. Oh, now I'm dead. Where am I? Big clash. Anti-cross up. Anti-air. 5P, the GOAT. Wow, that is super tall. Oh, and he still gets the follow-up. Still gets the combo. Oh, that was extra meaty. Jeez. Not me hitting buttons. Oh, I missed the slash back. Now I'm probably dead. Alright. Magic Pixel victories. Always spine tingling. Hey, Bison Slide. Good scoop. Oh, thank you for the raid from Melon. That is very cool of you. Also, hello to anyone. Whoop. God. Ah. Oh my god, all that health back. What a confirm. Hello, T-Spin. How are you doing? Oh, there's a team tourney. What was the team tourney? I must have missed it. I didn't hear about it. But thank you very much for the raid, Melon. We're just chilling here, just playing some casuals. If y'all want to get like an open lobby or something going, by all means. I was gonna take a break here in a bit, go eat something, but I can't just turn down a 32 viewer raid. I'm gonna give y'all what y'all want. That was too high. That's better. 2/. Maraha 2/. On trade, it floats your opponent. Can be a very solid, good anti-air option. That is interesting. I didn't think that would beat that. But good to know that it does. OTG hit. How you doing, T-Spin? Also, thank you for the follow, Wimble. How are you doing? How was the team tourney thing? Like, who was, what are the deets on that? Who hosted it? May have to check it out. Melon hosted it. That sounds pretty cool. I might have to actually check out the VOD on that. Was it just like a typical like Pokemon style team tourney, or was it like a crew battle? Oh, so Waseda. Yo, that's sick. Waseda style tournaments are always a good time. Ah. Waseda. That's the good stuff. Look. Cool. Yep. Ah. Damn it. Oh. Alright. That's enough. Ah! Cross-ups. Cross-ups. Well, to everyone who just joined, I hope you're having a great night. Good evening, good morning, good midday, wherever you are. I'm glad that the team tourney went well. It sounds like a good time. Who actually won? Oh. Yeah. Zed, Dizzy, and Finley Pot one. That sounds like a pretty scary team. Like, I could definitely see them. I could see them taking it. Oh. Oh. There we are. Might get the run jump follow up. Oof. That's a lot of bursts in that round, it felt like. Oh no. Big bang upper. Oh, the side swap. That's good stuff. You got loops. Oh, the multi-hit. I couldn't survive it. One over Shadow Fox and Microwave. That sounds like a strong team as well. Six P to the rescue. Whoa. Hey. What a force break. That's good. Right through the gap. Ooh. Oof. Rough stuff. Oh, they want to keep it going. I respect it. I respect it. Let's get a set. Oh, hello, Opposite Decay. You feel like dead weight after that journey? What happened? If you don't mind me asking. Ah, I didn't do the JH deep enough. Whoa. Oh wow, I'm surprised I didn't tag his flip. Let's see. He did amazing in some matches. Oh, he was with Jason Riot. Oh yeah. Oh, that seems like a really strong team, honestly. Got Justice and Soul. Sounds like a very schnasty team. Execution errors. Hey. Well, that's really unfortunate. Oof. Oh. Oh man. I got lucky. Ooh. Sheesh. Oh, hello Valmix. Good evening and good afternoon to you. Yeah, I feel Opposite has got a solid Justice. Oh, you got double, man. I've been double perfect on stream. That shit doesn't matter. Like that ain't no thing. Loop time. Hello, brother. May I have a loop? Oh my god, what a 6P. I think that may have been 6P OS. The cross-up protection. Oh, I wasn't watching my bar. No throw for you. Yeah, that's... Don't even sweat it. I have certainly had times. I'm pretty sure every single person watching, every single person in this chat or in this viewership for this stream has been double perfect in some way. Oof. The Get Good Man. It's a solid handle. Draco with the runbacks. Let's go. Let's keep it schmoovin'. A certain devilish testament. Oh, which one? There's so many. There's so many really good testaments. Ah, goofed it. Hey. Ah. I tried to go for the J slash route. I should have just gotten the key grab. Whoa. Ooh, unfortunate burst. That one guy... Oh, probably Keisuke. Yeah, Keisuke's got an insane testament for sure. Whew. Oh my god. Frame traps. That's gonna hurt. Miss the FRC. Crosswise. Schmixed. Ankles were broken today. Oh. Hey. Loops time. Level 2 rocket. Oh, Robo's double perfect me all the time. Oh yeah, because he does like a shit ton of stuff, especially if he has like missiles. The fastball like missiles in the corner where he's like, shit hurts. Does a lot of stuff. What a backdash. Hey. That time I got it. Playing Dizzy doesn't help. Yeah, her stun resist is pretty low. Oh my god. Oh, well, now I'm dead. Or not. Oh no. Now I'm dead. Hey. Block low. That's true. You get the 5 guts. As Justice, she's got like hella guts. Yep. Ah. All right. One thing that is very nice about Blood Ball is it's really active once it's out. It's very slow. It has like 22 frame startup or something. It's pretty bad startup wise. But once it's out, it is out. It is out and about. Oh. Nope. Oh my god. Oh, that could have been a punish. Good. almost ran out of gauge. Oh. Alright. I feel that I've been trying to play a little bit more lately, just to kind of like prep for Frosty, and I feel like it has been kind of helping my execution a little bit. So I'm hoping that I won't fly out to Chicago and then get like 0-2 or something. Hey, just barely got that one. Getting untechable air combo and bounce back by Cascade. I can drink for a full 8 seconds while watching it. I have definitely had some matches like that with Cascade. I do not respect the non-meaty. Hey, I got the counter hit JH into an orb. Some characters, if they have a tall enough or like a large enough sliding hurt box, you can sometimes if you kind of jump into them and you're already having deep in the corner, you could do like counter hit JH, slight delay, and then do double orbs, and it'll actually pick them up off the ground with 2-hit orbs and do like a gazillion damage. Really good combo starter, but it's kind of unstable, unfortunately. It's a bit height dependent. Oh. Hey, the good stuff. Just sitting here chilling, relaxing a bit. I probably am gonna leave before too long. Probably like 10 minutes from now. Probably head out. Hungry. Oh my god. Ugh. Almost. Alright, cross up, back in the corner, reset, let's try to try to end it here if we can. Okay. And then round dose. Ah. Oh, man. I was for sure expecting FD Crosswise to escape the unblocks. Railgun. Let's go. Railgun, I don't know if you're tuned in, if you're watching, but if you are, hello. If you're and also if you're tuned in, just to give you a heads up, I am going to be leaving out or heading out here in about 8 minutes. I think that'll be probably enough for us to get like a couple 2 out of 3s or something. Whoop. Jeez, finally. Ah, I got the hit I needed, and then I goofed it. Ugh. Oh. Hey. Oof. Ah, yeah, that was not a good move. Ugh. Oh. Oh, I'm super dead. Unless... Oh, wow. I may have gotten super lucky. Hey. This matchup is very, very stressful at times. It gets pretty wild. Pretty wild and crazy. Oh, that was a good clash confirm. Hey. Ah. Jeez. Can't believe I dropped the butt at the end there. Oh. Oh. Almost got it. Ah! The mix. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna be big damage. For melee, big damage. Oh, ooh, that was a mistake. Yeah. take that. Oh my gosh. Oh! Ooh. Oh, it counter hits, so I'm dead. Oh, that could have been an IK setup, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Oh, if I'd held the burst was like 2 last second. Dash low profile, yeah. It's unfortunate. Alright, let's go ahead and get this going on. Trying to chase his character sometimes. Hey. Alright, I think... yeah, I think we'll just go ahead and call that a wrap. I really do need to get something to eat. But... let me say GG's to Railgun. Thank you to Melody for being the very special guest volunteer, helping us demonstrate some of the anti-air concepts we discussed. We will be back, probably looking like Thursday this week. Gonna be back for Thursday, Wednesday night fights, tourney run, POV, all the usuals. And let me also say thank you to everyone who tuned in. If you tuned in for the pit segment, I hope that you learned a little bit, or that you found them informative. And if you tuned in for the open casuals, I hope you found them entertaining. To anyone I've played, very GG's. And we will be back on Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern. Thanks for watching, y'all.